All right, welcome back to the Jason Gray Show. Hey, let's go ahead and talk about the Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson layoffs or let-goes, whatever you want to call them, over the last 24 hours. So I think the one with CNN and Don Lemon was pretty obvious. There was a lot of butting heads, a lot of controversy going on, and I think maybe Don Lemon's stay had just sort of expired. He was with them for 17 years, pretty long time, and some of the comments in his interviews were very controversial, making some missteps on some of his comments. And you got to ask yourself, where does Don Lemon go from here at this point in time? And not a lot of people like him. I mean, there's rumors of him assaulting people in his private life, and then you hear the controversy, and it's almost like he's very smug about his actions and how he's talking, and like he's better than everyone else. Who picks him up as a network, right? And that's maybe the question you take a look at. What's the value that he's going to add to a network? And someone might pick him up, but I think it's maybe a tall ask. And he's not going to go to independent media like on YouTube or whatnot, because I don't think he's going to have a big enough following to roll on that side. So what's his next level? Does he take a couple years off and tries to recreate himself, or what sort of happens? He's like the Brian Stelter of the CNN when he left. They were it's almost like writing on the wall when CNN got taken over by Discovery. And they were like, we need to change sort of our tone. But the last few months for Don Lemon has been a really rough deal. So let's go ahead and talk about Tucker Carlson, which I think is bigger news here. And why did Fox News let Tucker go? I don't know, but there's like maybe 5 different theories here of what could be going on. Was it the Dominion lawsuit that they lost that $787 million lawsuit on? Was that it? I don't think that was it, because he was questioning Sidney Poole in regards to, that she never gave evidence in regards to that there was problems with these machines. But other commentators on Fox News really leaned in on that. So I don't think it's the Dominion lawsuit. Is it Big Pharma? In regards to with him questioning Big Pharma, is Big Pharma maybe pushing the narrative? Or is it the Murdoch family? Now, Rupert Murdoch, I think, is like 92 years old. His kids are starting to take over. Are they trying to steer the ship in a different direction? I think that's probably what's happening here. I think they're just trying to move the ship into a different direction here. And or is it some type of deep state type of situation, right, where the deep state's in here putting pressure on people? Do they let James O'Keefe go on that one, on his own little section? Then you got Tucker going, and you got Don Lemon going. Is there a change of guard? Are they leaning into maybe the presidential election that's coming up, that they want to have a narrative that's being pushed out? I know it sounds very conspiracy theorist, but that could possibly be it. You do have the January 6th comments he made that were pretty aggressive. And is Fox News worried about the Ray Epps issue that, Tucker was pushing that narrative pretty heavily? And is there another lawsuit pending, or is there a lawsuit coming because of his comments about Ray Epps? For those of you who don't know who Ray Epps is, he was the person on the January 6th where you could sort of hear him in the videos making comments about how rush the White House, and everyone thought maybe he's works for the feds. And the CIA and the feds have really come out and said he's not, but whatever, something's happening there. Now, the big one could possibly be that he's running for presidential run, which could be really interesting, right? Could you imagine him running as a presidential nominee for the 2024 election? That could be possible. He's a pretty smart guy, really well-rehearsed, been in this industry for a really long time, and knows a lot of people. So that could be a possibility. And you take a look at our presidential candidates that are the main front runners, which is Biden and Trump. And, of course, Biden came out today, saying he's rerunning. By the way, we'll do another video on that later. But they're 2 white, old, crotchety men that are running for president. I mean, I would do a better job, right? I'd do a better job than they would as a president. I think you need someone sort of in the middle here that's just, just trying to just get the country to come back together again. I think there are just some polarizing tribal aspects of our world right now, which is crazy. But so could Tucker go ahead and run for president? It's possible, right? And so, you hear all these news reports about what happened, or everything seemed like it hadn't happened very suddenly too. It wasn't like there was any lead up to it. Like the whole Don Lemon thing there was a pretty good lead up to this, but the Tucker thing sort of came out of the blue. Fox stocks, by the way, lost $1 billion in the last week in regards to its value too on its stock. So who knows what's going to happen here going forward? We'll follow things. Things are going to get heated up in the news. You got the presidential elections going on. You got a lot of movements on people. So I'm going to continue to do some videos like this, add some value to you, give you some thoughts on why maybe some of these things are happening. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.